surprise, Adam Machalinskas, if I'm correct, qui nous a rejoint ce soir aussi.
Ja, goedenavond, dus we gaan in het Engels doorgaan. U zou de mogelijkheid hebben om een vraag te stellen in het Engels, Nederlands, Frans. Donc on accueille, comme l'a dit ma collègue, l'équipe du film. C'était une première, donc on va un peu voir avec eux comment ils se sentent. Thank you very much for being here, guys.
Thank you for having us.
So it was a premiere.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
Amazing. I love the crowd. That's really, the movie was made for this kind of crowd. Like for real. Well, we were making a movie. I was at the screening of The Room, one of the worst movies ever. And they have those screenings in LA where, what's the name of the director?
Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah, Tommy Wiseau. Yeah, Tommy Wiseau is always there on the screening, and people are reacting like today. They're like screaming, saying parts of the dialogue, and like laughing, and performing. And I always felt like this is amazing. I love it. It would be wonderful to have a movie that works like that. So today I got a sneak peek of that. Like the crowd was amazing, and I love the reactions. I think this is the best.
Yeah, it's like the Rocky Horror Picture Show. It was the similar case because in the 70s, it was in 80s, the people who knew all the words and was talking with their favorite characters, and
it's like a rock concert. Like people are.
Yeah, and I think there are many similar things in these two movies. I mean, Rocky Horror Picture Show and Dead by Dawn. It's some kind of I don't know.
I'm so modest. I will not say no to this. But again, like this is not bullshitting everyone. Like amazing crowd. Like I wish every screening would be like that.
So
for real.
You watch your film with the audience.
Oh yeah, I love this movie.
Sometimes guests are afraid of doing it, so they don't.
No, I mean that's how you do it. That's why you do it. Like that's the point, right? And again, I know it's a tradition to react like that. It's not the movie is very special and everyone's like, oh, I have to react like that. But I love beef now. I guess this is a great idea to push people to like, yeah, you can scream, yeah, you can talk. I love the what's up during the movie. I was laughing so hard every time they pick up the phone.
So, talking about your film, can we say that your film is inspired by the giallo genre? So we have a bit of thriller, a lot of slasher, and a little bit of erotism, and you also add the witchery, devilry we can find in some giallo genre.
I love giallo as a genre. I always want to make a movie in the giallo genre, and yes, definitely inspired by giallo. Like you can, I mean, you see the movie and like hopefully it's part of giallo genre. I wish, but I lost the way of thought. At the end of the day, I was trying to update the giallo because I love giallo, but I found scenes between the murders a little bit boring. So I was really trying hard to give audience every minute something interesting on the screen to keep their attention, especially now where the attention span is very, very short. And yeah, I love giallo. I always want to make a giallo. I think my next movie also will be a giallo. And yeah, hopefully it's a part of giallo family. It was very important for us to make a movie that doesn't make fun of giallo, that it's a part of like it's an extension of all the giallos that we love. I remember the first time I saw Suspiria and I was blown away. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. So hopefully you can see the spirit of Dario Argento, my favorite one in that movie. But
yeah, I noticed. But what is it so special in giallo genre? It's not that easy to make one, to copy the particular Italian style of the giallo genre. So what do you like so much in that genre? What do you like so much in that genre?
I like that it have a nightmare aesthetics, like the whole idea of logic in the movie. It's more like nightmare or a dream, and I really like that. It's more like poetry in a way. It rhymes, and that makes it very special because American slasher, which grown from Italian giallo, arguably, it's more into your face. There is a killer who kills, and I love the Italian flair. It's the deaths are poetic. They are like art pieces. And we make this joke in the beginning because we were looking very long time for a perfect location. I was like, I need to spill blood on the marble. Like, we will not do this movie on the shitty floor like this, with all respect. Like, we need a beautiful marble. And because Giallo is all about this opera, right? So it's just like very violent opera with blood and everything is so beautiful. And I just like it. I'm twisted that way. I love beautiful violence. And the nightmare stuff. I think that's very different from all the other horrors that have to be very. Here's the story, here's the exposition, here's this, and in Giallo it's more like just go with the flow.
There's always a little bit of absurdity.
Yeah.
In Giallo genre.
Just don't think about it, just go with it. I really love it.
Based on what you just said, the location where you shot the movie must have been extremely important. So how did you find it? And then was this your first idea?
When I wrote it, I was like, oh, theater, it's a perfect place. As I mentioned in the beginning, before the screening, is like, since you have a small budget, you're trying to find a place that's contained, but also, since the whole movie will happen in one place, you want a place that has a lot of different vibes. And once I was like thinking like, oh, maybe a castle, and I was like, maybe this and maybe that, and then I was like, oh, theater, that's perfect. Like, there are so many rooms. And I wish I could make another movie in theater, because I think like we didn't touch so many different rooms that are in theater. I was like, oh, there are set designs all over the place, and the lobby, and the scene, and rooms. And so once I figured out this, I was like, this is great. And I was like, we're gonna find some theater. And then we were searching for it, and there was nothing interesting. Everything was too expensive or just not cool enough. And because the budget was small, my producers were like, we have to shoot in capital city. We don't have money to move to other parts of the... And then they showed me, I was like, oh, there's this place far away from capital. It's like 3 hours of driving. They showed me one picture, and I was like, it has to be this. Like, this is amazing. This is better than I imagined. Like, this is exactly that. Like, black marbles, weird symbols. And people from it's a palace of culture made by Soviets in the part of Poland that is heavy on mining. So it's a culture gift for miners, amazing one. And the people from the theater were so nice. They really want to help us, and they help us a lot. But then we discovered they refreshed the whole place. So everything was great, but the corridors and backstage was horrible because it was brand new, and you're like, oh, this is not great for horror. So we shoot the other part of the movie in a different theater, like 30 minutes away from the first location, and I'm very proud of it because I feel in the movie you never feel which scene or part of the scene happens in which theater, and there are scenes where people are talking to each other and they're in the different buildings, and I think it's a great craftsmanship, I guess. But we were very lucky. I was so excited about that building, and I really want to shoot another movie in that location. Something different. Like it's a beautiful building. So yeah. What was your? When you see it the first time, the building? What was your?
The interior was great. And it's not technically a theater. It's more like
culture hub.
Yeah, culture hub. It's not like the regular theater, but it was really amazing to be there, and all the history and people out there were really great.
So. Oh, I have a fun fact. We have a pre-screening. In that theater, so it's funny because when we were on the audience, some scenes you're in the room that the scene is happening, like with the exorcist in the beginning. So there are moments when you're sitting in that room and you're watching the movie, you're an extension of that movie. Bizarre. It was so much fun. I really liked it. So yeah, wonderful location.
Which city was that?
Dąbrowa
Górnicza. It's a small. It's near. It's not super big city,
but on the south.
Yeah.
On the south.
On the south.
Yeah. Silesia.
a part of the giallo genre, I think there are also some references to other kind of films, because the beginning you can only think about The Exorcist, but faded Father Damien.
Of course.
And also even the makeup or the prosthetic of the killer with those pinheads. I think there were some reference. It was on purpose, I guess.
I mean, some things were not on purpose. Like Hellraiser, once you mentioned it, I was like, yeah, but I never thought about it during making the movie. The same with Exorcist, really. I never thought about this movie, but I guess subconsciously. But I was thinking about many movies, because when you write a movie, I want to have fun. So I was like, we're gonna do this and that. And so yeah, there's plenty of references to the different movies and different kind of little jokes in sound and in the set design. When you see the movie second time, there are little things hidden in the movie. And my goal was to have fun while making the movie, and for the audience to have fun. So yeah, that's why there are so many little references.
Speaking of having fun, so I have to ask, your actor, have you had fun?
I mean, during the set, I was. It was a great. It was a great work and cooperation. We knew each other for like 15 years, something like that, and we loved horror films. And we met. I never thought about when I didn't thought about being an actor then. So for me it was something. This movie is also my debut. It is, because I'm usually as my work, I'm a theater actor.
So that's why I thought
full-time theater.
That's why I was like, he's perfect for playing obnoxious theater director. Like he knows every bit of it.
I met the guys like that. So it was great fun. And during the set, and now when I was watching this for the first time, in fact, it is great.
Yeah, we were shooting this movie for 17 days, which is not a lot. Basically, you're making 6 minutes of the movie every day, like a ready movie, so no pressure. But every day I make fun. I was like, every day we have an extra attraction, because every day beyond talking scenes, and everyone was like, and today we're gonna cut the fingers, or today we're gonna put the head on the nail, and today, every day there was some extra little thing, and it was so much fun because I mean, the whole set was it was a wonderful set. It was very important for us to really have a great people in our team to have fun. Like let's make a great movie. Let's have fun, and let's hope that energy transcends the screen. And when the audience watch it, they feel the energy. That's something that I really love about Sam Raimi, The Evil Dead, which is one of my favorite movies. And whenever I watch it, and I remember watching it for the first time, I was like, you can feel the energy of the crew sweating, and like they have a hard time making this movie, but also a lot of fun, and it's radiating from the screen. And I hope this movie have that energy, because it's not easy to make this kind of movie in this amount of time and this amount of money. So at least we could have fun. And Killing Adam, it was such a wonderful
Experience. So what happened? For both of you?
But it's a shame I die as the second one. It's too early. Yeah,
sure.
It is a shame.
Yeah, I mean, fun fact, when there is this shot, when they see only the shadow moving, like killer hitting his head on the table, actually it's me and my set designer, and I love her, she's amazing. But we have this weird relationship, and I was like, do you want to take my hand and put it on the table? She's like, yes! So every time I see the movie, I remember this moment where I'm in that room, she's holding my head and she's pretending to hit my head. She had way too much fun with it, so I think it was a release of some pressure.
So you shot very quickly. It was shot very quickly. you had a limited budget.
Yeah.
How did you make this work for us in terms of special effects? Because that was really...
So to pull off such a movie, not to make it boring and technical, but we made it only because I storyboarded the whole movie. It's 3,400 drawings. We extensively practice with all the actors, so once we're on the set, we know exactly what we're gonna do. We're not searching. I was sure they only shoot on 2 cameras to save time, and also I believe this is the first movie ever shot on those running 4D cameras that everyone is talking about right now. Of the series, the Netflix series about the boy. In one shot, everyone is talking about it right now. The boy kills someone and the father is trying to help him. Whatever. Very popular Netflix series right now, and it was, oh my god, it's amazing how they shoot it with those cameras. And we done it like 2 years ago, and everyone was just like, "You're stupid. This is a drone camera. You not make movies with it." And I was like, "No. This is amazing. We're gonna pull this off." And then we have a pretty good team, but since Poland doesn't make a lot of horror movies, so it was pretty hard to find a guy who knows practical VFX, and also it was super important for me that the blood is real. I mean, we add some digital blood, but like if you watch the movie without VFX, there is real fake blood in the movie, and every kill is practically made, because when I watch horror movies, I hate computer effects, fake blood, and all of that bullshit. I'm there to see a real rubber face and all of that, and it was very important for me to have that. And also, you know, making this movie, it's a dream come true. And I was like, I always want to make the movie like that, and part of making a movie like that is to have practical effects. And it was a lot of fun, but also, yeah, it's not easy. They never work as you assume they will, and there is a limit how much you can test before, because some things you cannot test. So yeah, there were moments where the pressure was high, where we were like, oh my god, the blood will not split and the head will not break in half and all of that. With the breaking of the head, we were shooting the scene and we were losing time, and I was like, oh, this doesn't look too realistic, let's put some water on it so it's sweaty. And I'm rotating myself to talk to my DP, and someone in the back is like, oh, I have an idea, let's put an oil on it. And I was like, no! And they put the oil, and I was like, what's wrong? And I was like, try to lift it up. And when you have a rubber body and you put oil on it, it's so slippery, and the rubber body is so heavy, so there was no way we can hold it. And you can use anything on it, it's slippery forever. Yeah, we managed to pull this off, but like, you know, surprises like that are all over while you're working with practical effects, which is lovely. I really liked it, but you know, it's a tough one.
How many liters of fake blood did you use?
100 liters, around, a little bit more, yeah. Yeah.